Welcome to the safety briefing for the 100th anniversary 24 Hours of Le Mans. All members of the media who wish to work trackside or in the pit lane must watch and understand this safety briefing. There is some very important information contained in this safety briefing, so you must keep watching until the end of the video.
There are two types of tabards, track and pit lane. Pit lane tabards are valid for track and pit lane access, while track tabards are just for access to the service lanes. There are also tabards available that are only valid for service lane access during the support race sessions. They are not valid during the 24 Hours of Le Mans. Tabards must be worn at all times when you are working. Do not tuck them in your belt or cover them with a coat. The numbers must be visible at all times. If you are wearing a backpack, please take it off when you stop to shoot. There are 3 gates that give photographers and TV crews trackside access in the stadium area. Post 35 bis on driver's right at the Ford chicane, post 35 on driver's left at the final corner, post 5C at pit exit.
There are several red zones at Le Mans and they're all clearly marked with a red line on the back of the barrier, just like this one. You may walk through a red zone when it's safe to do so, but you must keep your cameras down and keep walking. You must not shoot from a red zone even when walking. Once the red line comes to an end, you may start shooting again. When shooting at night, please be careful. The red lines is sometimes difficult to see in the dark. You must be aware where the red zones are.
Dunlop. A new catch fence has been installed and the red zone in this area has been removed. There is still a red zone on driver's right. The S's. There are 3 red zones in this area. Tête Rouge. The red zone is located on driver's left and there is a no walk-through area. Daytona Chicane. The red zone on driver's right on the entrance to the chicane is very narrow and marshals may stop you from walking through this area. The red zone on driver's left has been extended beyond the exit of the chicane and a new red zone has been added on driver's right on the exit. Please check the red lines on the barriers in this location. Michelin Chicane. The red zone is located on driver's right. Mulsanne. The entry on driver's right is a red zone. The roundabout and the area on driver's left are also red zones. Indianapolis. There are 3 red zones in this area. Driver's left on the run into the entry to the corner, the escape road on driver's right and on driver's left on the run into Arnage. Porsche. A new red zone has been added to driver's left. Please check the red line on the barriers. Virage du Pont. New red zones have been added on driver's left and on driver's right across the bridge.
Even if an area is not marked as a red zone, please be careful. If you don't feel safe shooting from a location, move somewhere else. There are plenty of choices here at Le Mans. You must have a barrier between you and the track at all times when the track is live. It is forbidden to touch, lean on, stand on or go over the barriers. You must not place your cameras on the barriers. Please stand back from the barriers. If you need to cross the track between sessions, please go to a marshal post and ask permission to cross. Do not cross the track on your own. There may be vehicles on track that you're not aware of. Do not use flash at night directly into the driver's eyes. You may use flash from the side or the rear, but not directly into the front of the car. You must be aware of your surroundings at all times. You must be able to hear as well as see what's going on around you. If you are using a radio, please use it in one ear only, not both ears. If you choose to use ear defenders, please use the type you can hear ambient noise. It is forbidden to use headphones or earpods to listen to music while you are working. The pit lane is a working area and probably the most dangerous part of the circuit. Please do not enter the pit lane if you are not there to work. You may only access the pit lane with a fireproof, a helmet and a pit lane tabard. The fireproof must be to the standard of FIA 8856-2000 or the newer FIA 8856-2018. No other fireproof is acceptable at this event. Your working area is from the pit lane line until the blending line here. You may also work on the pit wall. You may cross the pit wall by the shortest route. Do not go at an angle, you must cross directly to the pit wall. The fast lane is a red zone. You must not work in this area.
Be careful when working near the hybrid cars due to the high voltage systems. There are warning lights on the cars. If there is a red light or no light at all, do not approach or touch the vehicle. Under no circumstances are you to enter a garage without the permission of the team. The pit lane line in front of the garage is your limit. Do not use a team garage as an access route from the pit lane to the paddock. If you cross into the garage without permission, the team may report you and you could lose your pit lane access as a result.
Do not check your pictures, footage or your mobile phone in the pit lane. Tripods are not permitted in the pit lane, even on the pit wall.
Do not stand directly in front of a car when it's approaching the pit box. The brakes might be worn and it could overshoot. When standing in front of a car during a pit stop, keep an eye on the team and move to the side when the car is ready to leave. Keep an eye open for other cars entering and leaving their pit boxes. Face the traffic and do not chat or gather in groups.
Stand back from the cars and allow the teams to work. Please do not get in the way of the teams. Please give priority to the live TV crews. Service roads must be kept clear at all times. Camera bags and other items must be placed behind the barrier, not in the middle of the road. Camera tripods must not block the service roads. Do not stand in the centre of the openings onto the track. These are access points for emergency vehicles. Please stand to one side or the other. Shuttles are available for the media to use during all track sessions. Media shuttles depart from car park P2B. Shuttles will only pick up and drop off at the bus stops around the circuit. There are 3 routes. Please check the notice boards for details. If you have a scooter pass, you must wear a helmet and gloves at all times. This is French law. The maximum speed on the service roads is 30 kph, in the paddock and interior roads is 15 kph. Please, when you park your scooter trackside, make sure it's not blocking the service road. When you're parking in the paddock, make sure you park in a designated area. If you don't do this, your scooter might not be there when you get back because security has removed it. This pass is for scooters only. This is not permitted to use a motorbike, quad bike, e-scooter or bicycle on the service roads. All media who have been issued a wristband will be permitted to go onto the grid ahead of the race. Please be aware of the timetable, and when you are asked to leave the grid at T-45 minutes, please do so promptly. You may go over the wall and take pictures from the service road. All photographers and film crew will be allowed access to the podium ceremony after the race. If you are wearing a fireproof helmet and pit lane tabard, you may access the pit lane prior to the checkered flag. Otherwise, you must wait until after the checkered flag. Only the championship photographer and film crew are allowed on the podium itself. Members of the media are not permitted to shoot any moving image on any device without prior permission, and they must have a sticker on the camera. Recording devices include DSLRs, mirrorless cameras, GoPros and mobile phones. Do not shoot moving images on any of these devices without permission. Any member of the media caught filming on any device during the event without permission will receive an invoice from the rights holder, and they will have their media pass withdrawn. All members of the media must obey all instructions from marshals, police and other officials of the event. In the case of a dispute, please do not try to solve the situation yourself, but report them to the media delegate or the media centre manager. We will deal with it. Any form of abuse towards officials and marshals, whether it be verbal or physical, will not be tolerated. You will lose your media pass and you will be escorted from the venue. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me either by email or see me at the event. If you are unsure about anything in this video, I would rather you ask a question than do something stupid and put yourself or others in danger. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to seeing you at Le Mans.